exists on the internet now. Hey guys, welcome back to Novelty Coffee. So, you know, that was a thing. So, you may not know, but that song is from Kemono Friends, which is this lovely show, ba-boom, that I was in, actually. I voice Siberian Moose. Yes, the Canadian voices a moose. Huzzah, it's a miracle. But that show is very near and dear to my heart. I'm definitely gonna do more drinks from it. But because I'm self-indulgent and I love this show so much, and Moose is probably one of my favorite characters that I've ever voiced, I wanted to honor her and this amazing show here on my show by making a maple cinnamon latte. So this drink is maple based because I play a moose. While she is a Siberian moose, mooses are generally associated with Canada, and being that I'm Canadian, I wanted to have a little fun today and do something a little bit spicier. So we have our homemade cinnamon syrup and just some grade A maple syrup. You can use just like Aunt Jemima syrup, just generic maple syrup. I prefer a grade A because it doesn't have like that butter flavor, and we want to avoid butter flavored syrup at all costs for this drink. So just plain maple syrup that you'd put on your pancakes, no flavoring, no nothing, because the flavoring we will be adding is the cinnamon. So let's make this thing. That was stupid, I'm never doing that ever again. I'm so sorry to everyone. So let's make this drink, yay. Okay, so as we start all drinks, I'm gonna be starting by doing my espresso, setting that aside, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. We're gonna be building this in one of my favorite double wall glasses. I literally just got this at the dollar store. 90% of my equipment is either Amazon or dollar store. Look, the dollar store has a lot of really good mugs. And for those of us on a budget, when you're, you know, a home barista, this works perfect. So, I'm gonna set this guy. I was gonna put it there. I was like, well, you can't see what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So once again, we are using Illy Espresso. I've been using this in the last couple episodes, but this one is really good. It's got a nice, like, toasty, nutty flavor with sort of undertones of caramel that play really nice with this, and I wanted to use this brand specifically for this drink because that sort of nuttiness plays with the cinnamon really nice. So let's fill her up. And as most of you know, I am a home barista, so I don't have all the fancy equipment, anything like that, but eventually I will. I will eventually get fancy grinders. I will eventually get a nicer machine. I really want a Rocket Apartamento machine. That is my dream. It is my dream equipment, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, and I'm just happy to have any equipment at all and to be able to do this show for you guys. So. And for those of you who are wondering why I tap it on the side, it's just to make sure before I tamp it. You never want to tap it after you tamp because that creates like channels and everything in the espresso and you won't get just a good even pour. But I tap it beforehand just to make sure the stuff in the lower part of the basket sort of settles. So we're gonna avoid over tamping, as I always tend to do. Put this guy away, and we're gonna purge. Just a quick little purge. Gonna wipe her down. Realize we got a little bit of water here. Don't need water damage on my table. So, I don't know what that accent is. I don't know why I decided to do it, but I've been in Texas for a while now and it's just there, so maybe I should be doing a Canadian accent this whole time, you know what? So, grab our, let that pressurize, grab our handy dandy little, I wanted to call it a jigger. It's not really a jigger, it's just a mini pitcher. This is one of my favorite things to pour espresso into. There was a coffee shop that I used to work at that we use these for pretty much all of our espresso shots, and I fell in love with them and immediately went and bought one online as soon as I started getting home equipment. So we're gonna pour that, and you don't want to have your portafilter sitting in the group head for too long because it will burn the espresso, and that's when you get that really gross burnt espresso flavor, or one of the times. So we're looking for, you know, just our usual 2 ounces of espresso for this drink. We don't want it to overpower the other flavors, but we do want it to be prominent. If you like less of an espresso flavor, or you don't want as much coffee, you can just go with 1 ounce. Or you can just do this drink as a steamer. So you can just do the cinnamon syrup, you can do just the cinnamon and the maple with the hot milk, and you can do it that way too if you prefer to have it without coffee. So that looks about good to me. So for this drink, I want 1 ounce, or more like 1.5 ounces of the cinnamon syrup. So that's just gonna go right into your cup. And don't worry about getting the excess in there, because I'm also gonna do 1 ounce of maple syrup. It's gonna be kind of a syrupy drink, which is why I also recommend trying it as a steamer, because the absence of the espresso just gives it sort of a different flavor. Or you can also use the cinnamon syrup because it's thicker. You can use it on pancakes, you can use it in just a regular coffee as like a sweetener. So I like the cinnamon syrup a lot. It's one of my favorite syrups just to make from scratch. So we're gonna do 1 ounce of this guy. I was originally going to make this drink with chocolate as well, but I found because I used Torani chocolate, it overpowered everything else. So I really wanted the maple and the cinnamon to stand out. I love this drink a lot, but I'm also biased. So while we do this and get it mixed up, I'm gonna heat up my machine. And the heat of the espresso is gonna help melt down the syrups and get everything incorporated. And we'll just chit chat, we'll talk. So Kemono Friends is a really cute, like 3D animated anime. So it was originally, you know, it's an anime, it's from Japan, and last year, no, it was this year. I'm great at keeping up with my own work. So early this year, around January, we dubbed it into English at Cadence Studios. I'll put a link to their studio down in the description as well. Just shout out to them, I love them so much. And they gave me the opportunity to audition for Siberian Moose and a bunch of other characters from the show. It's a 12-episode series, and it's so sweet and so charming, and I just love it so much. And I'm so grateful to have gotten the chance to work on it. But essentially, it's about a young girl, Kaban, who finds herself in the savannah. And she's not sure where she is, she's not sure what kind of creature she is, she's not sure if she's an animal, and eventually she goes through the course of the series, they go to different areas, they find themselves like just all over in different animal habitats. So it's essentially like they're touring a zoo. They find themselves sort of like Arctic areas with like penguins. I think it's like the plains or whatever. I think it's the plains where they find Moose and Lion, and they meet Lion, my character, in episode 6, and all Lion wants to do is, not Lion, I know my character, all Moose wants to do is fight Lion, who is sort of in charge of this fort. And she's like, I just want to fight Lion, I want to win this, I want to beat her. They've challenged them, I think, 51 times before Kaban and her friend Serval, the Serval cat, meet her. It's a really funny show. It's a really just lighthearted and fun like series. And it's great for the whole family. It's great for everybody. And I couldn't recommend it more. Even if I wasn't in it, I had watched it. It's just so sweet and fun. It was directed by Marissa Lenti. Again, I will put her stuff down below. Marissa has amazing credits to her name, but she's just so attentive and fun to work with. And I think it just made for a really great production. So, this is all heated up. That's all stirred together. We're just gonna purge our machine. You always want to purge so that when you start steaming, you're not going to get any of that excess water in there. We have our milk. We're going to set this aside right next to Moose. And we are going to steam our milk. But yeah, Kemono Friends is a really wonderful show, and I highly recommend you check it out. The dub is available on rightstuff.com, and it's so cute and so good. I don't know if you can hear me over the steaming milk. What I find with steaming milk is if you tilt your pitcher, you can get a little bit more of a whirlpool. And that's what you're going for. You want a really nice, smooth whirlpool texture because that helps break down any big bubbles in the milk, because you want to create a microfoam so then when you drink it, or you just like try it with a spoon or anything like that. I'm not going to judge you how you drink your lattes, but when you drink it, you want it to essentially have a marshmallowy texture. That's how my first barista teacher, or my first boss at a coffee shop, taught me how to test for it. So because I'm not using a thermometer, I'm just going to go until it is too hot to touch, which is right now. Grab a cloth or paper towel, whatever you have available, to wipe down your steam wand. Please always wipe down your steam wand. This one, because it is a Panarello wand, which helps like make more bubbles and just like make it foamier. It's better for entry-level baristas. So now that this, we're gonna purge it onto that. Always purge your steam wand, because if you don't purge it after you steam the milk will go right back into the machine and it'll be ruined. So we're gonna swill our milk, get this guy ready. I don't know if I'll be able to do any latte art. I got it a little bit too foamy. But we'll see what we can do. Because the syrups are a little bit thicker, we did get this really nice layering. So I am gonna give this guy a little bit of a stir, but you know, it's not quite an ombre. There is quite a separation there, but I am going to give it a little bit of a stir, just so then we can make sure that we're tasting all the flavors. With thicker syrups like that, that will happen, so, but I'm excited to try this. This looks delicious, and what I love about the cinnamon syrup is I don't use cinnamon sticks, I use ground cinnamon, so you still get like nice little particles of cinnamon all throughout the drink, and it looks really great. That's really, really yummy. The first thing that comes through is the cinnamon. So the cinnamon comes through really strong, and it's followed up by this maple. And as the flavors develop in your mouth, it hits the back of your tongue, and you get like that nice sort of little hit of the espresso and the cinnamon playing together nice. I like it a lot. It is much warmer in here because cinnamon is a warming spice. So this is a great drink for, since we're getting into the fall and hopefully cooler weather. I'm in Texas, so I can't expect cooler weather anytime soon. But now that we're getting into cooler months, and I think this will be a great drink to cuddle up and watch Kemono Friends. I really love this drink. I hope you guys do too. Let me know in the comments down below. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. Show me if you guys make this drink, if you make anything similar to it. Another great alternative, which I could definitely do a video of if you guys would like, maybe throw it up on Instagram or something as a little mini episode. You could also, if you don't want to make the cinnamon syrup all the way, but you do have access to the other ingredients, you could throw just like some cinnamon in the bottom of your mug, mix it with the maple syrup, throw the espresso or strong brewed coffee and the steamed milk on top of that, and it'll make something very similar, but it won't have this as much sweetness as this one does. This is quite sweet. I'm not usually a sweet drink person, but because the cinnamon is in there and it brings in a little bit more bitterness, it balances it all out, which I really like, and I'm a huge sucker for maple syrup. So this is definitely a Hayden drink. I love it. And the way the milk is sitting, like the milk foam sitting right on top, it's perfect. It's more like a cappuccino than like an American style cappuccino than a latte, but this is really good. I recommend it a lot. And I also recommend you check out Kemono Friends. And if you guys want a poster like this one, I do sell them at anime conventions. So if you will be at any anime conventions that I will be guesting at, you can get one of these lovely moose posters to go along with your Kemono Friends DVD. So remember guys, you can buy Kemono Friends for yourself to go along with your moose drink on rightstuffanime.com. You can either get DVD or Blu-ray. Go support the show, guys. Marissa and the Sound Cadence team, everyone at Discotek, the entire cast, everyone worked so hard to make this show accessible to you guys and give it a great English dub. So go check it out, go support Kemono Friends, support Sound Cadence, Discotek, the whole team. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check me out on Twitter at Novelty Coffee, Instagram at Novelty Coffee, and use the hashtag Novelty Coffee Show if you make any drinks from the show, and make sure to tag me. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!